here we are on our, what is this, our fourth podcast. And it's not spelt wrong on the banner. If you've read that and want to tune us, it's actually Total Recall, guide. It's not Total Recalled. We know that. The idea is we're going to compare both movies and recall the old movie, if that makes any sense to you. So, Total Recalled, we're comparing the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the remake with Colin Farrell. And it's me and Dave Ath in the house.
Got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
Look who's talking.
Basically, Dave, I want to ask you this question. It's been a year of, not a big year of remakes, but there's been 2 remakes, big ones, and was this a necessary one? I'm thinking about Amazing Spider-Man. That was a big, hoo-ha.
What was the other one?
Complaining. This. So there's been 2. It's been a big year of remakes, 2 of them.
Was this a necessary
Was this a necessary one? What do you think?
Well, I suppose I had the accident of watching the new one before I'd watched the old one. I seem to be about 20 years too late. But I wouldn't say it was necessary, but I don't see a problem with it.
Do you think it was more necessary than Spider-Man? Or more unnecessary than
No,
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man was necessary.
You think Spider-Man was necessary?
Yes, I hated Spider-Man 3.
Alright, see, I'm on the same boat with you with the Spider-Man thing. There's so many guys who are like, it's the same, blah, blah, blah. I think, as soon as it may have been after Spider-Man 3, it was a definite winner of an idea.
Yeah, needed, better, surpassing.
Exactly.
But we're not here to talk about Spider-Man.
Huh?
We're not here.
We're not here, but I just thought it was an interesting comparison.
No, agreed.
I was thinking, do I think it was a worthy remake, or do I think it was necessary to remake it? Maybe, a lot of people haven't seen the original now. 22 years later, whatever it is. Most people haven't seen it. So I think it was not a bad idea to remake it. Whether they did a good job or not, I will chat about that just now from my point of view. But I think it was worth remaking it, and worth checking out.
Yeah, I mean, it's had some time since it got made to fester and develop. It's not like it was instantaneous, like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like a year later, they make another one.
Make their own thing. Exactly.
So it's 20 years down the line, you make it again.
Pretty much anyone listening to this has not seen it, so you might as well, and we'll recommend it. So that's cool.
So why not?
You have another nightmare?
Yeah.
Are you actually happy with how your life's turned out?
Why the hell shouldn't I be?
What do you know about this recall place?
Stay away from them. Don't mess with your mind, man.
Welcome to Recall. First time?
Tell us your fantasy. We'll give you the memory. You want to be a crime fighter.
What do you think? Okay, so what do you think worked and what do you think didn't work in it?
So are we referring to the new one first off?
What
worked and what didn't work?
Let's talk about the new one.
What worked? I think in whole it was quite just like a fun little film to watch. It pretty much all worked together. I found. Are we comparing the old one already to this one now?
Yeah. Check that in there.
In comparison to the story, I found the older one to have a bit of a stronger storyline. Like obviously the similarities with the memory loss and the wife and all.
Yeah, the plot points.
Kind of thing, but I mean, like the overall arching theme, not overarching theme. That sounds too intense. The overall plot, as in like with the new one, there's an invasion of robots to colonize, and he has how to shut them down in his mind, as opposed to we're making you pay for air, but you don't know that there's actually this free supply, and in his mind he's seen it and shut down. I found that a bit just stronger and more interesting.
Yeah.
But I think overall it worked. I don't think there was really too much that was flawed with it. I mean, it's obviously very effects driven. But I mean, the first one was as well, which was just fantastic in the way they did it.
Yeah, I don't know if there was anything hugely that didn't work about the new one for me, except for me, it just didn't really impress me that much. So I went and had a good time. It was cool, and I guess there was a point where I was sucked into a degree of ooh, because I couldn't remember the original, and I was like, ooh, what is a dream? What is reality? Yeah. So there was that, but I guess for me, it's not that anything didn't work or worked badly, but nothing for me really worked amazingly. I think that's the thing.
No, I agree.
It was very flat.
Yeah, it was just it was one of those fun films. You just go sit down, have a good time. You come out of there thinking that was cool, I enjoyed it, and you go home. You don't really give it a second thought. You don't walk out going, wow, that was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was better than I expected. And you know what, for me, the part that, not bothered me, but it was basically like an amalgamation of a whole bunch of movies that I've already seen. So that was the thing. It wasn't. There was
No, I
nothing
agree,
fresh
I
for me.
agree.
There was. I mean, having watched the original again, I realized that they weren't trying to rip off the Bourne Identity. They were trying to follow the original. But my goodness, I literally felt like I was watching.
A futuristic Bourne
Identity.
Yeah,
like
no.
he beats the crap out of all these guys, has a gun in his hand, and then freaks out and throws the gun down and realizes, oh my gosh, what have I done? I have these fighting skills. Then he goes to this was the worst. He goes to the safety deposit box and opens it up, and in it finds fake identities and passports, and then underneath that there's even more. So I was just like, no,
I agree.
you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like part Minority Report, part iRobot. I see iRobot. When I see those things, I think Sunny.
No, I'm with
Some
you.
guys
bro,
didn't, but
completely.
I was like,
No,
are you kidding me? That is, yeah.
definitely.
Anyways, all right. In general, how do we find it compared to the original?
Sweetheart, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
Apart from the fact that the new one is a remake of the old and that the storyline is fairly similar, I
Yeah.
find them to be very different.
Okay.
I find, like, obviously the new one's like more modern, more effects driven, more kind of brighter and shinier.
Although, how hot were some of those effects in the first one?
Yeah,
some
but
of those things were incredible. Like just those few little.
like those miniatures. Like, I have no idea how they did that.
That was
stuff. It
amazing.
confused
That was
me.
amazing. But sorry, carry on.
But I couldn't take Arnie's character seriously. 'Cause, like, okay, I loved like the little one-liners.
Why?
I love the one-liners. I love his accent, but it was too comedic for me to kind of sit back and almost like try to sympathize with this character. Like, oh, who is he? What's going on in his life? I'm just like, oh, bro, I'm just having a good time laughing
I'm
at you.
watching an Arnie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Shut up!
And then, but with like contrary to other people, I quite enjoy Colin Farrell. I enjoy watching him. I don't think I've actually ever seen a movie where he's actually spoken with an Irish accent the way he does.
Yes.
But he's always just American. But I enjoyed it. And I don't know, I want to get quite, not in depth, but chat about all different kind of characters. But is that for later, or should we just?
No, do it now,
leave that
go.
now? Like, I enjoyed in the newer one. I enjoyed how the main person pursuing him was his wife, as opposed to
Yeah, that
Michael
was decent.
Ironside from the first one. But it's like a little interesting take. Kuwato in the first one, the alien that comes out of his stomach.
Yes, that was very,
Bro, that
very
was like-
B-grade Peter Jackson.
Yes,
like, there
and
was
almost
some brain
like,
dead about that.
like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that big thing that has a little guy inside of him that talks.
That's not Bebop. No, who's that?
No, it's I don't know. It's like their boss, Bebop
Yeah.
Rocksteady's boss. But I don't know. I just found that so funny, and I just found the first one far more comedic than the second one.
Yeah, it is.
And,
You're right.
And the part when in the first one he has the owner of Recall, whatever, come in and try to convince him that he's in a dream still. And then the new one, he has like his best friend come in. That to me, that the best friend gets you more than
That was
having
true.
like someone familiar saying, "No, you're in a dream. We're here with you," instead of some random guy who's kind of rocked up in
Yeah,
your
because
dream.
then you've got that heart. Your emotions are pulling you that side.
Because
You're
like with that, I was
ooh.
just like, "No, wait, is he?
Yes,
Isn't he?"
that's
I was
the
so
point.
confused.
I was
Like-
I was literally confused.
Yeah,
in
I
the
was.
new one for that. I was like,
like, I don't understand. And then,
yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, good and bad in both. I think.
Like, okay, so yeah, for me, I'm not a hater on Colin Farrell. But I think Colin Farrell he's very watchable. Colin Farrell's got a great screen presence. And I was like, if you're going to go for the everyman vibe, he's a decent choice. But for me, yes, it is an Arnie movie, and yes, when you look at it now, the acting seems worse than it ever did, actually. But I must admit, I think I have a soft spot more for the Arnie movie. I'm less convinced I'm watching a real movie, but I have a blast. Because the thing is, I feel like I've seen the new stuff. I've seen tons of new movies. I've seen tons of new sci-fi movies and better ones. Minority Report. I don't know if iRobot's better, but like marginally.
probably, yeah.
But I feel like the new one offers me nothing new. At least with the Arnie one, I have a proper laugh.
Yeah, you have like a solid good time.
Maybe I appreciate it for the wrong reasons slightly, but I feel like I do get more out of it in a way. And yeah, I guess they are, as you said, they're very different takes. The Arnie is a big Arnie blockbuster.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm going to give you one-liners and I'm going to shoot the crap out of things, and you can't take this too seriously. Wink, wink. We're having a good time. Whereas Colin is, I'm trying to be the everyman. This is real. This is happening, and I probably normally lean towards the Colin side, but in this case, I'm just over it. I think I'm going Arnie. My last question is: you have a choice. You go to the DVD store. You see both of them there. Which do you rent? 2 years down the line, which do you rent?
With seeing them or without seeing them? You want to go, let me watch them again, or...
You've seen them? Okay, let's go both. But let's think, you've seen them both now. Which one would you go and pick off a DVD shelf and put in your collection, or put in your DVD player and tell other people to go watch?
Ooh. So, in my mind, I would say, initially it's 50-50. Like, in terms of how much I enjoyed the first one, how much I enjoyed the second one in comparison, I'm kind of sitting at 50-50, but I think, being the superficial blockbuster man that I am, I would go with the new one.
I knew it. I smelt it.
Also, just...
You and your Battleship.
Yeah,
and
no.
your Ghost Rider, and I'm joking.
No, those are not good films. I admit, I watched them, but they're not good. But I don't know. I'm a stupid commercial man. I enjoy the big effects-driven, the hot chick chasing the guy, who then finds another hot chick.
Sharon Stone is pretty hot.
She is, but she was not featured enough like Kate Beckinsale. That's why I enjoyed Kate Beckinsale's character. Like, I think if Sharon Stone was the same as Kate Beckinsale in the beginning, it would have been way more awesome. Like, she was hunting him down, not just like fights in the beginning and then kind of gets shot.
Oh, one more thing we can discuss. The in-jokes. Now, I thought they were pretty decent little nods to the first one. Obviously, when you watched the new one, you hadn't seen the first one, so that didn't maybe hit you. But when you watch the new one, when you watch the old one afterwards, you could probably appreciate a couple of them. I'm
trying to think now offhand, other than when he's passing through the checkpoint, the big lady. I don't remember any other kind of jokes.
There's the three
and the three-breasted lady.
The three-breasted lady. I suppose I remember when John watched it with us, he said a nice little addition, a nice little touch, but at least the original. For me, the original had that cool mutant vibe to it.
Yes,
it had the whole Mars thing, which I think was stronger and cooler. Like, I wish they had gone to Mars. Like, I like the idea of the little tunnel running through the Earth or whatever. It was kind of cool. But the fact they went to Mars, it was just kiff.
This is the plan. Get your ass to Mars.
And then they had the whole mutant thing there. So the three-breasted lady kind of made sense. Whereas in the new one, it was just kind of a random...
Logical. It was just like we're putting it there to homage the first one. That's pretty much it.
Doesn't really fit in, no. But I really like the one, the suit though. So in the original, Arnie's got the fat suit, the fat lady.
Yes.
And trying to get through security. And in the new one, he's in the other dude, but there's this fat lady in front of him. So if you watch the original, you kind of focus on her, and you're like, oh my gosh, is Colin going to be inside her? And then realize it's the other guy. So that was nice. There is a couple more, and I can't think off the top of my head what they were.
I don't remember offhand either, unfortunately.
But anyways, Arnie's acting little. It was. You can't buy it. You can't buy it.
No.
But I think, so you answered it. My answer is, I actually would take the Arnie one off the shelf and put it in my collection. I just think
fair enough.
It's more.
It is more original. It's
more original because it is the original, but it's got more of a vibe. I think I'd rather sit down. I could if I took the new one, I could watch any new movie. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I could watch any new movie. I could watch Battleship. Yes, I haven't seen it, but I don't want to. But I could take any kind of average sci-fi movie like that, iRobot, whatever. I could go slap it in, Paycheck. They're all like
fair enough.
All like that to me. But at least with the Arnie one, I got a bit of something. It's a bit of oomph, you know what I mean?
No,
so
agreed.
I'd go Arnie. You'd go Colin.
It seems so.
But hey, if you watch them and want to let us know, please do. You can find us on facebook.com/SAMoviecom. Otherwise, we're going to go watch Savages later today, and we'll be hitting you with a podcast hopefully quite soon. This one took a while to get out.
Yeah, hopefully next week. Maybe we'll have it up running next week.
Yeah, but thanks for listening. Hope it was enjoyable, and I hope you just go watch it. This is not a super spoiler podcast, so
just go watch, have fun.
Engage your non-brain.
Why not?
Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Do you think this is the real Quaid? It is.
For more podcasts, visit www.moviecom.co.za. And for more film discussions and news updates, like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/SAMoviecom.